And then I got my Instagram following to 0, and holy shit, was there a backlash. So guys, as some of you may have seen, around like a month ago or something, I literally unfollowed everyone on Instagram. Everyone from my business mentors, to my girlfriend, to my best friend, to my this or that, you know, like literally everyone, right? I went from around like 300 following to 0. And there's mixed response. There's backlash from like my friends. Obviously they didn't care that much, but you know, everyone, I had a lot of people, because I'm very flattered. I have a lot of people that just kind of look at the things I'm doing. You know, yes, they listen to the things I'm saying, but they also just listen to the things I'm doing. And you know, I never announced anywhere that, you know, I'm looking to take my following down to 0, but a lot of people noticed it, and they were, you know, I had 4 or 5 people who are entrepreneurs who I've never actually met, but you know, we've connected with, and they messaged me and they went, dude, like, you know, I'm just curious, like, why did you bring your following down to 0? Surely that's really bad for you and your brand, and you know, don't you want to stay connected and stuff like that? And yeah, I agreed to a certain point. But guys, in today's video, I just want to play devil's advocate, and I just want to, you know, give you a bit of a reasoning as to why I took it down to 0. Now I'm up to around like 30 or so. So a lot of us, okay, well, first thing I want to say is that either you use social media or social media uses you, right? And I don't want to, I don't like being a sucker, right? And I never want to get suckered into the fact that social media is just there to use you. I want to use social media. I want to use social media to help build my businesses. I want to use social media to help connect with incredible people. I want to use social media to stay connected with friends. But I never want to have it have a control over me, right? So that is the first thing, right? Second thing is, sometimes, you know, one thing you need to understand about social media is it's just the highlights. And I know everyone says this, but for example, guys, like, you will see, like, it's been so ridiculous to watch what people put on social media and then what their life is actually like, you know? And there are people who are more honest and less honest. There's different scales, you know. There's people who make their life out to be incredible, and then it's actually just not. And there's people who make their life out to be incredible, and you know, or at least this is what I try to do, right? My life is, I live such an incredible, blessed life. I travel the world, you know. I work with incredible companies for my marketing agency. I have incredible mentors and business network. I have, like, you know, all the stuff I've ever dreamed of, right? But I'm still pushing for more, and I'm pushing to provide more value, and I'm pushing to just achieve more, and you know, be able to say at the end of my life that I fulfilled my potential. And I think my potential is quite high. So, you know, what I try to do on my social media is portray the amazing lifestyle that I have, because as I said, I'm very proud of what I've managed to do with that. But if you guys follow me on Instagram stories, for example, you will see me up at 5:30 every single, like, no one has ever questioned my success, because it's very fucking clear. Like, it's very clear to see that I work like a fucking dog, like that I sacrifice everything for what I want, you know? So there's no question about that. So what I try to do, for example, is I try to paint the picture of, look, there's this amazing life that you can have, and go look at my photos or my videos. But here I am at 5:30 waking up every single fucking day. Here's me going to the gym every single fucking day. Here's me just ending the day feeling as though someone has punched me in the face, because that's how fucking hard, or that's how much of myself I've given to my craft and my work, right? So that's what I try to do with my social media. So one thing you need to understand is everything can be, you know, crafted and manipulated and this and that with social media, and that leaves a lot of people just feeling really helpless, because, you know, how would you feel it if, you know, you're hustling your fucking ass off, you're trying your hardest, you're doing your thing, and then you see someone on Instagram who's like, yeah, today I made $50,000, or I did this, or like, here's my incredible body, when really they've just photoshopped it, or here's me and my incredible lifestyle, when, you know, it's not that hard to portray a good lifestyle without actually having made that money, or here's me doing this thing, or like, here's me with all these amazing girls. And then, guys, I've been like, to me it was so trippy, because I also, as I said, I've said this in one of my other videos, or a video coming up, like, I've always wanted to be that guy in the club behind the red velvet rope with all the bottles and the girls and stuff like that. And then I got to that point, And it's like all these girls are just on Instagram or WhatsApping their friend that's like across from them from the table. So as I said, the grass is never greener, but social media makes it look like the grass is greener. So number one, it's the attention and the fact that social media is using you. Number two, it's the fact that like nothing is as it seems on social media, right? And there's a few people, and I mean, I try to be, and I'm sure I can do better, but like there's a few people who try to just fucking like talk, straight talk and just not bullshit around. And I try to be one of those people. As I said, I'm sure I can do better. And then lastly, I think whenever you're doing anything that involves even at least a little bit of creativity, you gotta just stay in your own lane. You gotta stay in your own lane. And for example, with me, I was following like all these entrepreneurs and people I respect and stuff like that. But I'd be on their stories and I'd be looking at what they're doing and I'd be consuming their content and there's a time and a place for that. And for example, later on in the year, I might need to follow 100 entrepreneurs that I all respect because I need a bit of spark and a bit of creativity. But I have this year mapped out. I know exactly every single thing I need to do this year to live a happy and fulfilled life, to have a better relationship with my girlfriend, to go through some of the family struggles that me and my mom are going through, to have an incredible business network, to make that $2 million, to all these things. Like I know what to do. So seeing someone's Instagram story of the highlights and shit like that doesn't really help me. So sometimes you just need to step away from it all, right? And honestly, guys, I can say definitely read a book, Tim Grover, Relentless. Pretty sure that's what it's called. But anyways, like obviously Tim Grover, he was the trainer from Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And one thing he says in there is that like it's funny because as you start to get more successful, your circle grows and grows and grows. But then when you start to try and get mega successful, your circle once again collapses and you keep a few people around you. And I think that's kind of how it is. And I'm nowhere near mega successful. Like I wouldn't even consider myself successful yet, right? I'm just a little like fish, right? I guess you could say at my age, considering how long I've been doing what I've been doing, I don't know many other people who are on similar levels, if I'm honest. But at the end of the day, as I said, there's still so far to go. So for you guys, if you are following a shit ton of people on Instagram, guys, at the end of the day, you just gotta ask yourself, are you using social media or is social media using you? And I would implore you guys, cut down your following to 15 people. Just try it, right? Because at the end of the day, also, I think there's so many people. Here's what most people are doing. They're watching a podcast from this person. They're taking a course from this person. They're following this person's methodology, They're building all these half bridges with all these methodologies. Why not just follow 2 or 3 people who, like, I generally can say, like, there's 2 or 3 people whose methodologies, like, I follow and I rigorously follow. Everyone else, I will take little inspiration from here and there, but there's 2 or 3 people who have certain aspects of their life that I'm like, I like that and I want that and I want to achieve this similar sort of thing. So, guys, I would say you got to cut down the amount of people you're listening to, and look, if that means cutting me out and you don't resonate with my stuff, so be it. If that means that you're going to be more successful, go ahead and unsubscribe. It would be a shame if you did, because I love you guys, but just find someone you resonate with, and you see what they've done and they're in a similar situation to you, and it's very easy to just duplicate and replicate their results. Okay, so yeah, I think it'd be an interesting experiment for all of you guys, just to try bringing down your following count. At the end of the day, stories is one tip that I do have for you guys. If you don't want to unfollow like your best friends and hurt your friends' feelings and shit like that, one thing you can do is you can hold on someone's story and you can actually mute their story so you don't get their story. I've done that with a few people. I'm not gonna say who, but I've done that with a few people because I care about them. It's weird. It's one of those things where people actually do get upset, funnily enough, or at least people you care about, if you unfollow them on social media, because it's become such a big thing, even though it really isn't. So just go ahead and mute their story. You don't need to watch that bullshit. And guys, as I said, at the end of the day, if you know what to do, there you go. It's not like you need any extra information. If you just need some motivation or some kick, there's 3, 4, 5, 6 people who will give that for you right? It's a 80-20 principle. I'm telling you, the most of the motivation and value and inspiration that you are getting from people is coming from that 20%. Same with my YouTube inbox, sub box, guys. I took it down from like, I think it was at like 80 or something like that. I've taken it down to 15, right? So, you know, guys, just audit the sort of shit that you're looking at, and just go, you know, just, it's your life. And then like, it's your life. Just audit, does this really have an impact on my life? And if not, cut it, you know, and just be a bit ruthless. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow. So.
I'm a headless horseman, hey, on quilted sand dunes.